There it is.
Yeah.
It was.
Wait, are we live on?
We're live in 3 seconds.
Yeah, because it should be counting down right there.
We're gonna blow up.
Oof.
Scoop. Oh, that wasn't the right word. All right, let's see what we got. Bam, there you guys are.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah, it says one person. There I am. I can see me on my own screen now.
Good deal.
Turn the sound off. I can hear Morgan yakking.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that. Got to keep you on your toes somehow.
all right. So I guess we're officially live for the first time here now. So,
Bill, thank you for joining me.
all right. Well, welcome everybody. Our special guest is the world famous Arco from Outlaw Edge.
Oh, and I had to bring out the good cup here.
Yeah. And I saw Brandon's shirt too. I was like, cool.
I did too. See.
Oh, don't even.
I added a little fancy.
Hey,
sticker on the back.
but yours is fancier. It's done way better. This is just a sticker.
Oh, okay. Lucky thing.
Oh,
You don't break anything for the next
Yeah,
5
before I
minutes.
break the camera again.
I'm your technical director.
oh, hey Glenn, how's it going?
Glenn Reed,
What's
my
up?
brother.
Yeah.
Oh, let me. Hi.
What are you doing?
Shut up.
This is like the greatest first live stream ever.
For real.
Okay, I have no idea what this little button does. I'm trying to get it so you can see the comments.
I don't know. It's starting to smoke.
That's the link that you put the
Hold on,
paper.
I'm fanning it from here.
Hey, that's the light that I put the paper on, bro.
So, oh, that's horrible with all this brightness here. So we
I know
see
Arco's forehead is blinding me.
It's a 5-head. Thank you.
and we have
Oh man, everybody's here. 1776. Matt the Scrap Whisperer, Bill, and I'm surprised I can read this without my glasses.
I know, I'm pretty impressed with you. Look at you go. Sorry, I'm really trying hard to find the way to make our screen black right here because this is really bright, but it's okay.
It's all right. Leave it.
All right.
I'll be blind in 2 minutes.
Hello, chop wood and start a fire.
Was it like 40 degrees over there?
No,
No.
it's like 80.
It
It's
is
warm, man.
currently 65 degrees. It's really nice outside. So I want to have a campfire while he's hanging out. And
Yeah, I think it's low 70s over here.
I think it was like 73 or something today.
nice.
What are the mosquitoes like over there? The size of chihuahuas?
Not right now.
No, actually, there's no mosquitoes at all.
Yeah, we
But
have-
the gnats have been this year. The gnats have been so bad, bro.
the nets are armor plated this year.
Yeah, they have been absolutely insane. And usually by this time the gnats are gone, but they just been eating us alive, man. And try to do something outside, and they're going in your eyes, and you're like,
That's exactly what they do.
they just
hang
piss
on
you
your
off.
eyes.
You'll see us outside. It's not even sunny. We're all everybody's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the gnats have been crazy here too. But so my mom has like a small orchard next to her house. I think I don't know, she's got like 6 trees. And one of them's an Asian pear apple tree, something or other. Anyway, she gave us this big ass container. This thing must have weighed, I don't know, 30 pounds. And all this, when they ripened, all of a sudden the fruit flies just started pouring out of them.
And so now we have fruit flies everywhere, and I have little jars set up with vinegar and saran wrap. And
Yep, she does that too.
Yeah.
But the gnats, I think the gnats, those style of gnats are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those are like
these
fruit
ones-
fly style
these
gnats,
ones
right?
bite.
These
Yeah.
ones bite. You'll be talking to somebody and you'll have like all these dots on you, and you're bleeding down your face, like they tear you up.
It's a good time.
What do they call
that sounds so much fun.
no-see-ums? They call them
Yeah,
no-see-ums.
yeah.
And man, they are bad.
Is that like some kind of Middle Eastern torture thing?
Oh, it's
It's
horrible.
just northern Minnesota.
I'd rather have water dripping on my forehead all day.
It's life from northern Minnesota.
So what have you been working on lately?
A lot of stuff. We're actually building a 47 Ford, and that's for a customer. And then it's a truck. And we're kind of talking to her to see if she wants it to be a rat rod or a full custom. She's talking about maybe something to go to SEMA. So we're working on that. And then we're doing I don't know what year that Studebaker is, 55 Studebaker, utility bed that's getting airbagged and slammed on the ground. And we're trying to finish up this unibody. We're almost done with that. And then behind me, you can see my other car that I'm building, Vigilante. We got that back in the shop today, which I'm really excited about. And I've been like a little kid working on this thing all day, trying to get it all mocked up so I can start, getting the frame finished up and whatever. And hopefully Bill Cameron will be here soon to help me work on that. But it's been wild, man. We've been lots of builds, man. Just we're doing that convertible Camaro. My son got the doors stretched on that. The car had been hit real bad, and it came in for a paint job. And when you try to close the driver's door, it wasn't lining up, and the quarter panel was welded on wrong, and then the door was too short when we got everything lined up. It was like a half inch or maybe even more than that, 5/8 of an inch,
Right.
You could stick your hand behind the door. It was just huge. So my son stretched the door with metalwork, and then now he just finished the body work. That's ready for paint.
Nice.
And we had the last coat of primer went on that yesterday. And we learned something with this polyester primer. I've never gone through that before. Like primers, a lot of times we'll just mix them up and throw them in the gun and spray them. And with the heat lately, it gets these little like almost bugs in the paint, or almost like pieces of plastic or chips. And we've been going through that a lot lately, and we're like, what in the hell is this crap? I mean, we've been getting pissed off about it, and we figured it out that it's when you shake up the paint, the polyester's all mixed up and everything, but not running a filter with it, because I've never had to do it in the past. And I don't know if it's a new mix or what, but this is a new brand. I've used this brand in the past, but I've never had that problem before. But the last like 4 or 5 times we sprayed primer, it had all these little white dots in it, and you go to sand it and they're like crunchy, hard white dots. And so we had to sand all that crap out. It's been a nightmare, man.
Right.
And, we used to use show car finish all the time, and the company went out of business. They stopped production, and bummed me out because I was really hoping to do more business with them, So now we're using that Evercoat, and it's nice stuff, but you got to filter the hell out of it. If you don't filter it, you end up getting those little. It's like having sand or something in the paint,
Right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So we've been having a lot of problems with that. What else have we been doing?
You should buy the formula to that primer that you like, and then have it mass produced again.
Yeah.
We're kind of working on that right now. So yeah, that's something we've been working on.
Absolutely.
We've actually been working on that for about 5 years, man. It's not easy. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of legal hoops to jump through with something like
Yeah.
that. Because don't they consider that like intellectual property?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there may be some patent on it, or it could just be somebody else's formula that is rebranded.
Right.
Yeah.
We'd have to buy into that, or you pay for their intellectual property.
Wayne Reynolds, what's up, brother? He says filter the polyester out of the polyester primer.
So when are you gonna get Convict back in the shop?
It's actually in storage over at my house, and it's going to stay there all winter long. And I'm not going to touch it until next spring, man.
Nice.
And the only reason for that is I have everything for the truck, but we're going to try to push really hard to get this car done so we can go to SEMA. I told Heidi, I'm going to stop messing around with customers, and we're just cutting out all the customer bills because we got some cool stuff coming up. You guys will like what's coming up.
Nice.
I'm excited.
We have customers, but yeah, we got some exciting stuff coming up.
You're
So
meaning oil changes.
yeah, I'm talking about like the customers I'm talking about is like the tires and oil changes and the stupid crap. Like I want to do the custom stuff.
Right.
And that's what we're only doing the custom work right now. So
I got a Chevy truck that needs some custom work.
that thing needs a lot more than that.
Just in the A pillars or whatever.
The funny thing is that 71 was the whole purpose behind starting the Midnight Customs channel.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything to it. Like I dropped the auxiliary fuel tank and I made a patch panel to go in there, and that's the extent. And I robbed parts off it for the square body.
Yeah, and then we ended up buying a square body.
So you still have that old truck that's all rusty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and-
it's
and
still here.
I'm not even kidding. Literally, the only piece of sheet metal for the cab I don't have is the inner and outer roof pan. I literally have all the other stuff. So,
Oh,
well,
Part.
actually,
what are you gonna end up doing with that truck though?
well, I want to put it. My goal for that truck is to leave it patinaed and try to save as much patina as I can, but it's going to be difficult because I got to cut the outer cap and the inner roof pan out and replace both of them.
And that's the one you were asking me about.
Yeah,
I'm doing. Yeah.
yeah, and so so I don't have the outer cap and the inner pan, and then Holly a couple years back bought out Brothers Trucks.
Yep.
And so under Brothers Trucks brand, they sell the windshield strip that goes between the A pillars that the glass mounts to. So I just got to get the inner pan, outer cap, and that piece. And then I've got the floors. I've got new A pillars, brand new A pillars from I think Dynacorn makes them. But anyway, my original goal for that truck, because it's a fortune to get a hold of a C10, but it's not that expensive to get a hold of a 3/4 ton. So both trucks are 3/4 ton. And the question I'd asked myself after watching just ridiculous amounts of hours of YouTube was they're taking C10s and putting Corvette suspensions under them. Why can't I take a C20 and put C10 Pro Touring suspension on it?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. And from what I've learned, one of the major differences is the axle tube, I think, is like 125 thousandths larger diameter than a half ton. So you take a sand disc and massage the saddle.
I was gonna say, because we've changed over the 3/4 tons to half tons, and it was all the same exact stuff. I mean, we pretty much bolted in. There was a couple little modifications, but it was pretty much just a bolt-in deal, you know?
Yeah, and so what I want to do with that truck is I want to fix all the cancerous rust, save the patina. I don't even want to take the dents out of it. I want it to just look like an old junkyard dog.
Yeah.
But I want it to sit low. I want the wheels and tires to tuck inside the fenders. I don't want it to be on air though. And I want it to handle like a Corvette and put a big horsepower motor in it. Basically like a pro touring truck.
As far as the rust, though, what is it? Just the top that's rusted out on that real bad, or what other spots you got?
It's roof to floor. It needs. It doesn't need the rear floor half under the seat. It needs the front to the kick panel.
And what year is it?
71. It's same thing as 67 through 72. They're all the same parts.
Yeah.
So it needs floors, inner and outer rockers, cab supports.
Pretty much a donor cab.
Yeah, pretty much. But it needs, I think I can't remember if it's a driver or passenger cab corner. One of them's bad, the other one's good. And then the upper A pillars where the roof and the pillar come together, there's a rot hole right up in the corner. I bought all new A pillars that go from basically the dash up to the ceiling. And I don't know if I actually need to use them. Now that I don't know what, we're almost 2 years into Midnight Customs and me teaching myself how to weld and fabricate, I almost think I can just make a tiny shit. I think it's like the size of a quarter patch panel that needs to go in there.
Yeah, but you know how it is with rust. It's never the size of a quarter. You start cutting a quarter out, pretty soon you got $12. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So knowing it was going to be $12, I did the logical thing and spent $400. But that is, maybe I'm making it a bigger monster than it actually is. I could be wrong, but I'm a little intimidated by getting into the A pillar. I don't think that I can't do it.
I think it's like anything else, though, man. You can make paper templates, drawings, measurements. And I mean, when I say measurements, I mean every damn measurement, every corner, every angle, everything. Write it down in a book, man. Just take your time. And that's the biggest thing is you'll notice that once you get over that fear of doing it, I mean, there's a lot of times where there's panels that I'll go to do and I'm thinking, oh, this is an easy one. And it tears me up. It's the hardest panel I've ever done. And then there's other ones that I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make this one. And then I make it in 10 minutes. I'm like, well, that was dumb.
Yeah.
You just, you got to get over that fear and just get in there, cut it. Even if you have to do it in little pieces, that there ain't nothing wrong with that. 100 ways to skin a cat, man. Just get in there and do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's you ever
start to start.
You ever heard of or watched Fitzy's Fabrications?
Oh yeah, I love that guy's channel.
Yeah. So I was watching his, and he was showing how to do complex panels, and his look like one piece, but they're 3 to 6 pieces put together.
Yeah. No, I don't care. Anybody can say, "Oh, I made this all in one panel." No, you're wrong, man. You did not, because I've checked out different metal workers and different metal guys or whatever in the past, and I don't care how good you are. There's so many ways you can stretch that metal before you can stop stretching that metal, and you have to cut it and add pieces and whatever. Years ago, when I first started metalwork, Jim Bailey, he's actually in Canada also, up around where Fitzy's is. I was hanging out with Jim Bailey. I must have been 15 years old or 16, and Jim Bailey built this car called Nadine, and I was looking at it, and I was blown away with these bumpers and stuff, the way he did them, and I was like, man. And he built that whole car by hand, and I was asking him some questions about it, and he told me, if it's obviously square or triangle or whatever, those are easy. But when you start getting into the shaping and doing the metal shaping or whatever, he says just look at it like a basketball or like a globe, and it's like a sphere. And you have the triangles. And he says, if you take those in your brain and make them into a triangle, or if you have a complicated part that you can't figure out, draw on it like it's a triangle. And then that'll show you where you got to start, when you're doing fabrication, that'll start showing you where you got to cut, you got to weld, you got to put those panels together, or where you have to bend those panels. And you'll start shrinking them in those spots. I mean, I don't know. When he told me that, something clicked. And I think between him and Gene Winfield and all these different metal fabricators when I was a kid, growing up with those guys, it was pretty cool to learn all that stuff, Yeah. I never thought it would lead into something where I'd be able to do it. Like, this is work, but at the same time, I consider it a hobby, because every day I come over here like a little kid. I'm ready to go to work. I'm ready to come over here and just tear it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that's how it was with me and doing heavy haul trucking. Like, I lived for it. Like I would be sad I was going home at the end of the day and couldn't wait to get back.
Yeah.
And now I don't feel that way anymore. But
you got burned out, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is
about 20-year mark.
Actually, here in October 19th will be 20 years.
Yeah. But as far as like Midnight Customs, where do you see it going? What is your pie in the sky dream? Like, what do you want to do, man? Both of you guys,
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so I have been working as a Foothill Metal Fabrication for the last couple months now, and so I'm solely at home. I come out of the house into the garage, and I go live on TikTok, and I do arts and crafts with the welders 3 days a week. So I am working with Art Captain. I'm actually sponsored now with them, and to promote all their products and use all of their gear while I'm doing all of my arts and crafts. So I'm working on trying to make more of a steady income to where we can get him in that transition phase to where he can come out of the truck and start doing stuff with Midnight Customs, to where we can just kind of work together with it.
I mean, eventually you're going to grow out of the little tiny garage that you're in now, though.
It's so bad already.
Bro, I outgrew this thing before I started.
Yeah.
I'm going to bust your balls right now, though. I'm going to bust your balls bad. And you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
CNC.
Yep.
When you start pumping out stuff with that CNC, and I got a ton of work for you. when you start pumping out stuff, you are going to be blown away the money you can make with that machine, man. I'm not even joking. And you'll find ways to make money with that machine that, like, you just got to think outside the box. Somebody will say, you know, hey, I want this fence welded up, or I want this thing done, or whatever. And it will lead into, oh, hey, I can build this bracket for this and blah, 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 whatever, and take a few minutes. And everything you learn just makes your job faster. And every time after that, it's just going to be like boom, boom, boom. You'll start making more and more money with that stuff. I mean,
Yep.
You know, when I talk to David and we sit down and draw something or design something, well, it's a blast. And I have so much fun doing that kind of crap. And I was just talking to Bill Cameron today, actually. And we're going to be doing some designs for the car behind me and doing some Art Deco designs and cutting some pieces out. And I'll have to do some videos on them and explain it, but I'm going to be stacking some pieces of metal and making an Art Deco style design on a bunch of the parts on this car behind us. And I've never seen a car like it. That I've never seen anybody do it like that. So it's something that I think is going to be really cool. And once it takes off, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll make me some money.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Like,
you
so
know what would make you some money is a Midnight Custom sheet metal brake.
Yeah, you know, right?
So I have a question while we're on the topic of the CNC table. What do you use in your water table? Like
Antifreeze.
antifreeze?
Yep.
Okay. And then can you cut like stainless with that as well? Or do you have to worry about that?
Aluminum also.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of going down a rabbit hole of they have the green stuff for it. And then there's a bunch of people that use borax that were saying you can cut a bunch of stuff and it lasts up to a year. And so I was just kind of curious on which route I should really go, because I'm literally looking at it. I just have to pull the other welder out of the box and then that'll be up and running. And it's the same system for drawing and putting everything onto that as it is for like the stickers that we got out. So I was just like, oh, this is going to be, you know,
you're talking what is it, Fusion 360 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But as far as the borax and all that stuff, what they probably don't tell you though is you have a small, and I'm only saying this because you have a small shop. Once you get a bigger shop, you can go different routes and use the borax or whatever. But right now, if you start using that crap, you're going to be in your house one day and you're going to thank me for this. You're going to be like, what is that smell?
Right.
The table is starting to smell because of it, because you're in a confined space, you know? And,
right.
It's going to be so horrid. You're going to be like, oh, I can't handle this, you know? And then you're going to end up changing over to antifreeze anyway. So if you stick with the antifreeze, the only thing though is if you guys got dogs, cats, kids, whatever, you got to be real careful with antifreeze, you know?
Yep.
You know, if anything leaks on the ground, they lick it up or whatever. Or if Brandon's on the ground licking it up, you got to be careful and make him sick.
I do have to watch out for him.
Anytime
I smell pancakes when I get home and park the car.
I thought it was high C fruit punch. My bad. But to answer your question earlier, my goal for Midnight Customs is to blow up.
Oh, Chad's in here too.
I mean, like,
hello, Chad.
So I got to be honest. I had heard about Vice Grip Garage a long time ago from my brother, and I didn't get into it. And then I started my own channel, and I came across Derek's content again, and I started watching it, and then I noticed that if he posts a video, let's see, he posts every Friday. So if he posts Friday, by the same time tomorrow or Saturday, he's going to have almost as many views as he has subscribers, if not more.
Yeah.
And so initially I want the channel to grow. I don't know in fabrication and hot rodding if it's ever going to reach that, because his is a different part of the niche. But it's not far-fetched. But the reason I started was because I bought that truck and I didn't know squat about sheet metal repair. The first floor pan I ever did. So Pecos here is my
That's
third
a square body, not me.
Yeah. Here.
I thought you meant her.
No.
Yeah,
No. No, we named the square body Pecos.
Yep, Pecos Bill.
So that truck is either my third or fourth square body. But the couple back I had, it didn't have any floors whatsoever. It was literally just the rockers and the transmission tunnel. And I didn't know how to fix that thing. I went to Tractor Supply. I bought a 24 by 24 16 gauge sheet, and I'm trying to put it in there. Obviously the sheet's flat and then the floor does this. And I'm like, well, this is bullshit. So I threw it on the floor and put a 2x4 underneath it and started beating it with a 9-pound hammer and to get it to toe up. And then I put it in there and it was doing like one of these numbers, and I literally drilled and pop riveted it all the way around. That was my very first experience with metal fabrication, and shit, that's been almost 20 years ago. But anyway, I didn't know how to weld. I'd never touched a welder before this channel started. And I didn't know anything about it. So I started the channel to showcase and kind of keep a record of me teaching myself.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, what's going on, Tim? But so, because my whole thought process, and it's probably more basic than what it actually is, but was a lot of people are paying tens of thousands of dollars to go to welding school to get their certifications, which is great, not knocking it whatsoever. The point I'm making is that school and the stuff that they're teaching is all carried down from a guy that didn't know anything and decided, let's put electricity and metal together and see what happens. And so I'm like, screw it. I'm going to teach myself. I'm going to watch videos. I'm going to ask questions because, one, I don't have tens of thousands of dollars to go to school. And two, with my work schedule or lack thereof, I just flat don't have the time.
And
so
I think the people that are self-taught or learn the hard way or don't have nothing growing up trying to learn how, they're always doing the hands-on, and they're always using the worst tools you could possibly think of. They're not spoiled with these fancy machines. And, you know, they have to learn the hard way. And I think those are the ones that are the best fabricators and whatever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The guys that have nothing and start from nothing, you know?
I think so too. I mean, we'll look at this. So I bought Art Captain's MiG 200 off of Amazon. It was on sale for like $350 when I bought it. First welder I've ever touched. Everything was metric. I live in America. I don't know what metric is. All I know is we went to the moon. But so I bought that, and I didn't even know how to put the wire in, or let alone feed it through the rollers. So got all that figured out. And then my first welds look like bird crap with spikes sticking out of it. And I finally got it dialed in, so it didn't look like that. And then they were like these massive, like caterpillars that are like 4 inches wide, you know, but I taught myself. I mean, and then, you know, you've helped me a lot too. I reach out to you with questions and stuff, and you give me some solid advice. And like she said earlier, Art Captain is sponsoring us now. And they sent me their TIG 205 Pro Series. Because I asked about their TIG 200P, which is their AC/DC TIG welder. And they were like, well, do you do any TIG?
Oh.
And I'm like,
Chad, I'm going to get my sticker for him.
Oh.
Chad, I got a shirt that you're going to want more so than the one that you already have requested.
But so anyway, they were like, well, listen, the 200P requires some previous experience and knowledge because it has a bunch of things that you got to know before you get into it. I guess. I don't know. So they sent me the 205 Pro, and I'm super thankful for that. And I know I sent you some pictures the other day of me welding those rods to that plate.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I was trying to explain it to you the other day. It just makes sense to me, even though I've never done it before.
It's nice though because you're picking it up quick too, you know?
Yeah.
when you first showed me your very first welds, I was like, oh, great job. That looks. I'm like, hey, that actually looks really good, man.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't learned or figured out how to feed the filler rod in a controlled form to where it doesn't turn out to be a glob, and then I got to go back over it and smooth it out.
I'll be honest. I have a little tool. It looks like a little crack pipe. Did you see that? Where I can go like this and feed it at the same time. Have you seen that?
Was that the one at the 7-Eleven parking lot?
Yeah, it was. It was. I put it in my pocket and the glass broke.
Oh no. All right. Are you ready for this one? Let's see here. So I'm going to do a little selfless plug because I just took photos of all my new swag today. So I have the Foothill Mo fabrication going on, but the one that I thought about, I just grabbed all the sweatshirts really quick. This one. So, and it comes in sticker form too. I don't know if you guys can read that really well. And, and we have the little, I know it's hard to say. I'll have to upload pictures later. But yeah, I think that there's a shirt that you need.
The snowman has an eggplant on it.
I had to keep it family friendly, okay?
Here's my crack pipe, bro.
Oh yeah, that is the one from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so look, it's got a little, hard to do on camera right here. It's got a little tumbler wheel right here.
Right.
You see how the rod is right here? Look at it.
Oh, okay.
And it's a self-feeder, I guess you'd call it, or something.
Right.
And I got this on eBay, and I really liked it, but I realized that after I could not get I used to TIG weld in California, and I was telling people that I came back here, I don't know what the difference was. Maybe somebody on here could tell me what it was. But in California, I used a water-cooled machine, a big one, big old one. And then when I moved here, I didn't have that machine anymore. That was actually one of my old bosses. But when I moved here, I got a TIG, Eastwood TIG 200. And I started using it. I had actually asked a buddy of mine, Gorilla Dave. I was like, hey, man, you got to show me how to work this damn thing. I could not get this thing to weld for nothing. And pretty much his thing was, well, you're a dumbass, but here's what you got to do, that kind of thing. And I finally figured it out. Now I'm welding really good with it. Not as good as Chad, but I mean, it looks nice,
Yeah. You talking about Honest Peyton's Chad?
Yeah, he can't weld for crap, but I had to say that just to make him feel good because now his head's going to swell up.
Yeah.
But
there you go. Look in the screen.
But using this little crack pipe thing, the self feeder like this, after a while, I started noticing. I'll take my finger and I just slide I won't use this little tool anymore. I'm just sliding the filler rod through my finger, and when I'm welding, feeding, and it works way better,
Right.
So it kind of gives you that little muscle memory of, to feed the filler wire with the welder.
So
it makes it nice.
So I guess like my thing is like, remember I was telling you the other day, I figured out how far you can travel the puddle from the dab before you got to add more.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to weld round bar to a flat. Basically, what I'm building for my brother is a tool hanger so he can put his like shop broom and shovels and stuff on. And I dabbed too much, and it ended up with like this big mound. And then something like crap. I had to let it cool down and then go back over it and try to walk it around the corner.
Yeah.
But it's honestly it's a lot of fun. Like I get excited to come home and play around with that TIG welder.
Have you tried any sheet metal yet?
I did. What did I do? I think I did a couple pieces of 18 gauge, and I think I had the welder set to 50 amps because that's right around 1 amp per thou.
Do you have a pedal though, or no?
No, it's a finger switch.
Okay. I want you eventually, maybe you could talk to Art Captain and talk to them and see if they'll give you one, send you a pedal to run with yours, because you could turn your machine up, like mine is set at 200 amps.
Right.
You could feather that pedal really easy. And then you'll notice, like when you start to get a big fat bead or whatever, you could give it more heat and kind of walk that bead along.
So is it similar to like a sewing machine?
Yeah, and that's exactly it. That's the same pedal as a sewing machine, pretty much, you know.
Okay.
And so you could get that like when you're dabbing like this, you could actually get the heat to do this at the same time. So it's kind of like Pac-Man. You just
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, and you're dabbing at the same time while you're blowing the heat up. You know, when you're pushing a weld or whatever, pushing a bead.
Right.
Yeah. Have you tried it yet, Morgan?
I only played with it for about 10 minutes and I had such a great time. And then I had to go back in the house for the night. And so he's kind of bogarted it since then. He still has the novelty for it. And so
I was telling Brandon the other day, I don't know if he told you or whatever, but what I do is a lot of times, like when I'm doing the sheet metal on like the cars that I build and stuff, if I'm doing a panel, I won't use filler rod. I'll use MIG wire. I'll take my MIG welder and I'll pump out a bunch of wire, snip it off, and then I'll sit and feed it when I'm using my pedal. And then you could get a really super minute clean weld, and it's nice. Like it's where when you hit it with a grinder one time, it's almost flush, you know?
Nice. I'm going to have to try that. He did mention that. And I was kind of giggling. I have all of these hangers since I don't have my oxyacetylene tanks in here anymore. I'm playing with all the new welders that we have going on. And I'm like, I wonder if that stuff would work too. You know, the old metal hangers.
Like gas welding back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
She actually knows how to acetylene weld.
Yeah, I grew up doing oxyacetylene and then stick welding. So I got my old craftsman. He brought home the MIG, and I'm like, what is this? Like, how does this work? And so as soon as I took to it, it was gone.
But
that's awesome. That's kind of how I started. I started doing stick welding and gas welding back in the day, and actually used stick welding and gas welding both on building cars. And man, some of them used to come out really nice with the gas weld, but I'd use the stick welder on stuff, and it'd just be like turkey crap. But then I took a bunch of classes, and they kind of sucked back in the day when I was doing construction and stuff. But then I had to get my certifications because I was an iron worker, and they wanted me to do structural steel. And Kleinfelter is actually who I got my certifications through. And it was really cool because the guys there, they don't put a whole bunch of people in a room and set you up in a class. They actually do a one-on-one with you. And that right there, my welding went from crap to like nice crap. You know, it went like a lot better after that. So,
Right.
Well, I mean, I got certified right after that, and it felt good. It was like, you know, I got like a $30 an hour raise right off the bat, you know, and then it just went up from there. And then when I started doing structural, it took years, but doing structural, it was pretty fun though, doing the stick weld and stuff, because I learned a lot just by doing the stick welding, the arc welding, you know.
Yeah.
Because it all like when you're doing TIG welding, to me, it's almost like doing stick welding. You know, in a way, you know, you're doing the same kind of deal with the stick and everything. So the filler rod, you know.
Yep. Well, I instantly, when I was playing with it, I was like, this is it just like oxyacetylene to me when I started playing with it and moving it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. Now I have to let the novelty wear off, and then it's going to be my turn. So we got the big bottle of gas.
You know, you guys will be, you're going to wake up at like 3 a.m, and she's going to be out there, you know, bogarting the.
I already do that.
No, like I'll go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, take like a 3-hour nap and go to work. And then I'll get ready for work, and she's still in the garage screwing around with the machines.
I can't help it. Like, I can't help. It's so much fun. It's like Christmas when a new machine shows up. And pretty much the only thing I'm very cautious of is anything that requires the air compressor. So like that is off by 9 o'clock because I love my neighbors, and all of them know by 8 o'clock in the morning, I have the thumbs up to just send it every single day of the week. So they're completely cool with it.
Campground rules. It's 8 to 8.
Yeah. I actually got bailed out. I had some trouble a couple days ago, and Bill Cameron actually bailed me out. I went through the whole day. I like ran out of gas or argon for my TIG welder, and I told Heidi, I'm like, "Hey, are you going to Bemidji?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll run up and grab you argon, and then the 3/4 25 gas for my MIG." So she got both gases for me. So she brought back 2 bottles for my MIG, one argon for my TIG welder, and I hooked up the TIG welder, and nothing had changed. I didn't move any gauges or regulators or switches or nothing like that. I could not get that thing to weld, and it was like all porosity. It was all just bubbles and holes popped in it. I'm like, what the hell? I was getting mad. I was about ready to take that thing and throw it out in the driveway. And I called Bill and asked him, I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong here, man? And he's like, it might be contaminated or whatever. And I'm like, it's clean and everything. And he was talking about the bottle. And I was like, oh. So thought about it for a little bit, and I called the Bemidji welding gas, and they said, yeah, it happens all the time. The guys just did a bunch of them the other day, and they filled up the argon with 75-25.
Oh no, yeah.
Really? So I went to the little place right here in town, the machine shop, and they switched out the bottle. I came back, hooked it up, new argon, like brand new. It just started welding. I was like, oh man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Half a day wasted just because of stupidity, because I was getting irritated or excited about something,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what's a bottle of helium over there? $500?
I don't know. I've never bought helium.
Because it's so the reason I'm asking is because apparently you can actually weld aluminum with DC TIG, but you have to use 100% helium.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's some of the guys. I forget the guy's channel. There's a few guys out of California that do like welding to. Oh no, it's Mistakes with Greg. I think he's out of Minnesota. He was saying that you can do DC TIG on aluminum, but it takes helium, and it's like $500 a bottle.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
one of the channels that I do like to watch is, I think it's called 6061, like 6061 aluminum.
Yeah,
he does a whole bunch of stuff, and he never shows his face, and he just welds, and he does these amazing projects. And this guy is probably one of the best welders I've ever seen, man.
Yeah. Well, I have groceries. I messed up our grocery delivery. They're going to be here in a couple minutes. I forgot we were doing this today. I'm sorry, guys. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and then I'll be back.
I bet he eats a lot of groceries.
right. No, I usually eat before I get home. Yeah, so like I've been watching a bunch of videos and stuff, just trying to figure out how to set the machine up and some different like beginner technique stuff. Cause like I'm a visual hands-on learner. Like you could tell me till you're blue in the face and it doesn't make sense until I actually do it. So, but no, I'm excited to learn, and I think it's going to come in handy once I get it down, especially for both of the old trucks.
Yep.
So,
well, like when you go to do like your floors and stuff, like the TIG welder's going to bail you out of a lot of stuff, man. I love using the TIG on that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Because you can get such low heat, but you're still doing a nice little weld where a MIG is just going to burn through a lot of that crap, But I mean, the TIG doesn't like rust either, but neither does a MIG.
Right. But so I buy 10-pound spools of 030 wire.
Yep.
And I cannot find a 10-pounder of 023. So I got a 2-pounder. I haven't put it in the machine yet, but I bought it specifically because I think this month, or the next couple weekends, I'm actually going to cut the floors out of the square body and put the new pans in.
Have you tried for 023 is for sheet metal?
What's that?
023 is for sheet metal.
Yeah.
But have you tried Tractor Supply? They might not have it in the store, but they can order it for you.
I've looked. So I'm kind of a cheapskate. And
what about eBay then? I mean, if you're a cheapskate,
Right. So Tractor Supply, they are what was it? It was 30. I think it was 30 or $33 for a 2-pound spool of 023.
That's expensive.
It is because Art Captain sells a 3-pack of 030 2-pound spools for $24.
Yep. Ugh, excuse me. I was going to ask you, do any of your TIGs, do they have pulse?
I think the 205 it has I think it has a pulse. I don't know. It's got a post gas flow thing, and then there's another setting I haven't played with that might be pulse, but it does do cold TIG. Which
If you do have pulse, though, I want to get one with a pulse on it. If you do have one that has that, will you snap me a picture of it and send me? Because one of these days I'd like to get one of the TIG welders with a pulse setting. You know.
Right. I think their TIG 200P has pulse. Yeah, the P is for the pulse on that. That's right.
Okay.
That's their premium, like oh my god machine that they offer.
What's the price on that though?
I can tell you real quick. I think it's $800.
Yeah, that figures.
I think. Let me look real quick.
Which welder do you have, Bill? Because you have, I think you have the TIG 200, don't you?
Bill says he has the 205 with pulse.
Oh, he does have the pulse. Okay, cool. And who makes that machine, Bill? It is too expensive. I'm a cheapskate too. Cadillac's bagging on me again.
So Art Captain's TIG 200P is $649.
Okay. Yeah, Bill's saying he's got the Art Captain too, no? Yeah. And use my discount code.
Oh yeah, Morgan's discount code.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we got a competition on who gets to use whose code. And you know what? It works out great because neither one of us have any sales. But yeah, but they do. So I think it's just the basic machine that's $650, and then they sell they sell different levels of bundles, and then I think it's $899, and it comes with the pedal and all the things.
And see, that's where I get really frustrated with Yes Welder. They just sent me a MIG 205 DS Pro, and same thing as last time. No pedal, no nothing, no regulators, no nothing. They want you to do these videos on them, and you're like, well, I got to buy all the other crap for it first, and then the stuff costs more than the damn welder, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you guys want me to do videos on these, you got to send the stuff to do the videos on. Like, I got to be able to run the welder. If I have to spend a bunch of money on it, just don't even send it to me, man.
Yeah.
It ends up being a pain in the butt, you know?
No, it totally does. So they sent me
Amazon $37. Sorry to interrupt. For that wire, bro. Wayne just sent me this.
Oh, okay.
So 10-pound spool of the 7056. So it's the 23 on Amazon.
Okay.
That's a good price, man. Holy crap.
Send me that screenshot. I'll take a look at it.
Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah, thank you.
Numb nuts. There you go. Shut up, Chad.
Chad thought you were talking to him. But so I want to really get into it, and because I'll be honest, I'm like everybody else, just working class. I can't afford to have a shop do all that work. I had a 90 first gen Dodge. I literally just wanted it repainted, and they were like, yeah, that's going to cost $20,000. I'm like, no, No, it's not. I'll just go someplace else. You know, I was like, I'm not paying $20,000 unless you're talking like some sort of close to show quality paint job.
Right.
You know, but I'm not paying. I don't have 20 grand to spend on paint.
Yeah, that's the thing. We get that crap all the time. People want to show paint job and they want it for $3,000. You know, it's like
If I came to you with a truck and everything was done and it was ready to be shot, and I wanted this thing to be a SEMA build, and you're like, listen, I can do it for 40 grand. Okay, no problem.
And that's about what we charge. You know, about
Yeah,
right
but if I just want you to paint it because the paint looks like crap, I just want you to shoot it. I don't even care if there's overspray.
It's still, that's the thing. It's still going to be $5 grand because people nowadays, they don't understand that the damn paint's $2,000, man.
No, but when I get that, and what I'm saying is you know, $5 grand for a paint job, that is very reasonable, you know, but 20 grand just to shoot an old farm truck, that's nuts.
Yep. And then Wayne Reynolds just said, Arco Shives $99.95. Oh man.
Yes. Are there any Earl Shibes left anymore?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Speaking of auto paint, I don't know if they still do it, but you used to be able to find a community college that had an auto body repair class.
Yeah.
And I think you just paid for supplies. And then
they do all the body work and taping and painting. And I mean, I'm sure they do it here in Minnesota, but I know like in California, they still did that.
yeah.
Wayne probably knows who I'm talking about. There's that college in Sacramento. I can't think of the name of it, but it's the big famous one that the hot rod guys, Wildtech, like that, you know?
Wildtech's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, so my brother went to Wildtech in Sacramento, and he ended up getting out of his student loans because there was some fraudulent stuff going on with some of those vocational schools. And I think Wildtech still exists, but at their main campus in Wyoming.
Now Heidi's putting up our Yes Welder discount code.
Nice. Hey, Heidi, if you're listening, I actually reached out to Yes Welder about a year ago, and they just laughed at me.
I think I remember the recording you sent me. They were like, leave me alone, douchebag, and hung up on you or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, you know, Chad, we're not, no.
Click.
Yeah. So I don't know, you know, like I'm at like 544 subscribers right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say congratulations, by the way, because you passed me up. How many years? 2 years?
No, it'll be 2 years in March.
Yeah, and we were 3 years into it, and I don't even think I even had close to 500. You know, in the 3 years that we had my channel going. So that's right. A good job on you, man.
Thank you. You know, and until you tell me, I don't know, because this is my first YouTube channel. Yeah, I've had a YouTube account forever, but just to watch stuff. I had no idea. Am I doing great? Am I doing okay? Am I sucking at this whatsoever? Because I had nothing to gauge it by.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like for 2 years and you're at 544, whatever. That's she said I had 1,000 in 3 years. So see, I didn't think it was that many because I thought it took us 4 years or 5 years to get monetized.
But I do know that I'm looking at it right now. So
I got 500 in 2 months, says Chad, stuck up jackass.
Chad's right there with Derek.
I know he's got like 17 billion subs now. And you know, he used to text me every morning and tell me, I hope you step in dog crap. Now he doesn't even text me. I get more texts from Wayne Reynolds than I do, or Bill Cameron, or you, than I do from Chad. He's too stuck up now. He's drinking his Snickers coffee and he drinks like this with his finger up. He's got like his gold-plated little coffee cup, sipping off of it.
And he's got a cord for his cell phone, like a wall cord.
I got the crank up one, bro. It's like steam powered. It's like actually I got the one that I go. Oh.
But yeah, so right now I got 544 subscribers, and thank you everybody that subscribed. And I'm at 2,903 public watch hours, and I need 3,000 to apply for the partnership program.
What's the now? I was looking at something the other day and I didn't really read it, but what's the partnership program?
So you can offer. I actually am in studio right now. So the partnership program lets you start the monetization process.
Oh, okay. Because I think that's the same thing I got. Because if you send me right now, if you send me $300, I'll subscribe to your channel. Is how it works for me. So like if you want me to subscribe, go.
You got screwed. So basically I guess they revamped it because people were just like monetizing left and right and then just like falling off, like not doing anything. So if you get 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours in a calendar year, you can add like paid memberships, supers, where basically they pay like $2 to send a sticker to your video. And you can add your own store. Like you could put Outlaw Edge's store on your page.
Yeah. Hey, Fabric Cobbler, what do you got on your channel now? He's got to be getting up there too. I know he's got to have like 2,000 or something. He's got a cool channel. Oh, excuse me.
Oh man, I could smell that over here. But so then like their next milestone is 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and that lets you
$13.95. There you
go. Basically you can earn from ads. Like if you're not a YouTube premium member and you're just sandbagging it, and they cut the video off at the best part and play an ad, you get paid for that.
Yeah. Hey, have you noticed the commercials lately on YouTube? Holy crap, man.
It's like regular radio in the car. It's 5 hours of commercials and 3 seconds of music.
Yes. I'm like, damn, dude, ease up on the damn commercials, bro. It's like, I mean, we try to watch a video and it's literally 4 seconds in. There's a commercial that's 4 seconds long and then it clicks off, or you hit, whatever. And then it'll be another, maybe a minute, and boom, there's another commercial. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't notice the other day they put, so YouTube's CEO did a video release. They're changing the way stuff happens on YouTube now, like as far as getting monetized and all that. So I don't know what that's going to, and I wonder if they're doing that to kind of like level the playing field between the massive channels and then the small guys.
Yeah. Sorry, I just looked over and saw a fire. I thought my house was burning down, but it's Heidi out front sitting by the fire. So I hope that's what that is. Or Chad got pissed off and drove by and fireballed my house.
Chad, I think you'd be up there with Cletus McFarland if you rented Clyde out.
Oh man, right? He won't even let me touch it. He won't let me look at it. Won't let me drive it. But he lets Bill drive it because he's better than me, because he loves Bill. He hates me. I think all that Snickers coffee went to his head.
Probably as he's making films in Harbor Freight.
All the plastic from the Harbor Freight screwdrivers got through him. All the fumes went straight to his head, man. See, I can never drive Clyde. You stop right there. He hates me.
Hey, he offered to sell me Clyde one day, and then so I sent some money and I got a Hot Wheels.
Yep. He won't send me none. He hasn't sent me nothing.
Oh, where did it go?
Man, these guys are talking some mess on.
Chad has a helium foot when driving. Chad was talking to me about Bonnie. I don't know, it must have been a month or two ago. And I've always liked how Bonnie looks. I'm a bigger fan of Clyde. I really like the way Clyde looks, that old school rat rod look. But I didn't realize that Bonnie is a real deal built hot rod until he actually told me. Both are really bitchin' cars. I like them both.
Yeah, me too. I just don't like the owner kind of sucks, but the cars are cool.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
And then Wayne's got that customized, what is that thing, like a Cavalier or something like that with the bumping Mexican music and stuff in it now.
Oh, the mariachi music?
The mariachi music, yeah. Hey, did you ever get your stereo fixed, bro? He's going to talk some serious mess. Watch.
Oh, yeah. But, no, so I know Morgan had some questions for you. She was watching a couple of your videos earlier, and I don't know what she's doing now, but
I think she went down to Walmart to go shopping or something.
yeah, I think she had to make the bags they deliver them in. Dude, they charge 8 cents for a bag here.
What?
Like the state makes you.
I had to glue the bags together.
Oh, the Washington State, Washington, Oregon, and California make you, doesn't matter if it's paper or plastic, you have to pay 8 cents for a bag, and then you got to pay sales tax on top of that 8 cents.
What a joke.
Yeah, it is. So they're
That's some California law made up right there.
Dude, everything in the Northwest comes straight out of California.
That's why I moved out of California, man. All the people, they were like Chad. It was just drinking Snickers coffee and just all these laws that were making up and everything. It sucked, man.
I think Oregon likes Snickers coffee too.
No, not all the time. But I did hear the Spanish music. Have you guys actually translated some of those songs? Because they sound so upbeat and amazing, and they are talking some mad crap. I love Spanish music. But actually, I do have a couple questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was curious what the update is on the Trapper Cabin, because the last video I watched it was just the new floor. And also I was cracking up because you were talking about some awesome camera skills. And this one I don't think caught the joke. Or I don't think you caught the episode. But I was dying laughing.
Oh, where he learned it from Brandon?
Yeah. Give me a shout out.
I learned it from him. I started my channel after commenting on one of your convict videos, and then I started realizing, man, this guy's got like 100,000 subscribers. I need to shake my camera too when I'm recording.
Nice.
Oh, man.
It's called filming with Tourette's.
The best one ever is Matt the Scrap Whisperer did a parody of me one time, and Chad also, and he was talking some serious crap. He's all, hey, welcome to Outlaw Edge, and he's jerking the camera out. he's wearing one of our shirts and stuff. I was rolling. It was awesome. So anyways, so the Trapper Cabin or the Hobo Cabin, whatever you want to call it.
The Jack Shack.
Yeah.
Family friendly, sir.
It is family friendly.
So I got the deck finished the other day pretty much, and right now I'm putting the top part of the deck on the roof or whatever. I'm going to do that next. I might work on it a little bit tomorrow, but I actually stayed out there last Saturday. I stayed out there all night. It was awesome. And I actually got to stay in my cabin all night and just had a blast. And that's I get kind of emotional. I don't want to be like a wuss or nothing, but I've been wanting to do that for like my whole life, have a little cabin like that in the boonies, you know? And so to be able to have something like that is really cool. And I cooked a steak out there and just chilled out. And I was like, you know what? I should film this and stuff. And I was like, no, this is the first time I got to do this for myself. And I made a fire in the deal, you know, the wood stove, and hung out, had a steak, and ate dinner, and just cut some firewood and whatever. and it was amazing. So now I'm gonna actually start doing some videos and stuff out there, and now that I got pretty much all of it's done, and it should be a blast. So now we're gonna be going pretty soon. The weather's gonna start getting really cold, so I'll be staying out there all the time, And I used to get, like when I leave, Heidi be like, are you coming home? Now she's like, isn't it time for you to go? Like,
Really.
I know. I'm like, do you have any out of town jobs?
Yeah. So she says that.
Yeah. I like to be with this guy.
She says, are you going out of town anytime soon?
But
the moment she realizes I'm not coming home that night, oh my God, I miss you so much.
you need to miss each other,
Do you think Chad will let me take Bonnie for a cruise?
I do say that. But I'm the number one fan, so there's a good chance.
Do you see that?
No. Oh my gosh.
hey, I don't have electricity to put a fart fan in there, so it's not going to happen.
Just use a bellows.
Yeah, right. I got my cool little outhouse out back there.
See, Chad loves me.
That's so rude.
Thanks, Chad. Love you.
Chad is so rude with his iced latte Snickers.
Hey, I'm the number one fan, okay?
He's a butt kisser.
And then my other question I had is I watched your episode about the stainless steel bottle and the little survival in the canteen thing that you were talking about. How did you come about that? Like you mentioned that was something that was, main that you carry in all of your packs or at least on your side. How did you come about that? Like
it's not my idea. I mean, I've actually seen other kits like that, but a lot of times I'll see survival kits and stuff, and I think they're a joke. Like, because I honestly believe that if you're gonna have a survival kit, if you can't survive with that kit, that you got no business carrying it. So I built my own that I could do a video on and show people, hey, this is like a real deal kit. This is something I think is the most important. And I'll tell everybody a million times over, when I used to teach survival classes in California, I would tell them all the time, I'm like, I don't care what you carry. Fire is your number one. Fire is your number one priority. And they're like, well, what if it's hot? You don't need fire. I'm like, I don't care. You can boil your water, because I've got sick. I almost died because of this. I had a stomach virus one time, or stomach, what do you call it? A stomach virus? Yeah.
Yeah,
Parasite or whatever. And I almost died because of this. And it was, it actually messed me up for the rest of my life. So because of that, I'm like, I boil my water like crazy. And having a little canteen or something that's stainless steel that you can boil your water in for at least 2 minutes, rolling boil, let it cool down, and then you can drink your water. Having that is really important to me. And then having fire where you can cook your meat, boil your water. You can keep the boogeyman away. And I know that's kind of a joke, but it makes it a little bit better when you have a fire. You're not scared of the dark or whatever, which I'm not. But
sounds like you are.
And then to signal, like a signal fire or heat to keep yourself warm, whatever. There's a million uses for fire, and just having the fire alone, you could use the charcoal, where you could filter your water. There's a million uses for it. So, but actually, if you guys watch, we're going to be starting tomorrow night. Is our very first night that we're going to be doing our podcast, and it's going to be Concrete and Campfire. That's our new podcast coming out. And what's that? With Lewis Lee. Yep. And
Nice.
Awesome. And then is that going to be on the Outlaw Edge channel, or are you starting another channel?
That's a brand new YouTube channel, podcast and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Heidi, plug it in the comments so we can all follow it.
I can't do it right now because we're still kind of in the stages of getting everything all set up, but it will be set up for tomorrow. It's all ready to go. But I'll make sure and let everybody know tomorrow what it is on my channel. And then I'll blast everybody, with text and stuff tomorrow, so you guys can come on there and check it out.
Good. I was super excited to hear that, because that was one of my other questions. If you were going to end up branching out a different channel for all of the outdoor stuff.
Yep.
And then I also have another question. Did Hollywood ever get his channel set up? I know he was having some issues with.
He's got it. He's got it all up and everything. And right now he's got so much going on. He's afraid to get his channel started and start blasting. He's probably got 40 videos ready to go right now.
Yeah.
and building stuff in the shop and whatever. But he doesn't want to get his channel going because he's building a house and everything right now is just craziness, you know. So he's like, let everything get calmed down. So we're probably gonna wait till midwinter or next spring to open that up to, you know, to do his channel. So for now, he's just in here filming with me, whatever. And my channel is actually going to take a turn because we're going to do it strictly automotive if I can. The stuff that I just posted, like with the cabin and all that stuff, that's going to go over to my nature, camping, hiking, urban survival channel on Concrete and Campfires. So
Nice. I'm so excited.
To be fair, the actual name of Outlaw Edge is Outlaw Edge Bushcraft Bladeworks and Survival.
Yeah, that's how I started.
Bushcraft
I started. If you guys go back to my very first videos, my very first videos were actually all survival, bushcraft, camping, hiking, setting traps, making knives. I mean, it was all craziness back then. And then when I started doing some automotive and fabrication, it just kind of went and blew up. And then I was like, well, I'm going to kind of, you know, steer away from that. And
he also found out in Minnesota that you can do a lot more content and your phone doesn't die as quick when you're inside.
Yeah.
Because there's times where I've been out in the woods doing some survival stuff and whatever. It's 27 below. And my phone, I literally it was like right here. I took it out of my shirt pocket and I was like, sweet, fully charged battery, turn it on and it goes done, gone. That's how it killed me. So
So he started out like some of those original videos are amazing videos, and he just there's hardly any views, and it's hilarious because they're so good. And once the automotive content started, he just and both are kind of his great loves. So it works out that we have both of them. Oh, sorry, you're talking on here too.
I know I had to put my earbud in so then I could keep it separate.
But I'm actually working on trying to push this channel Outlaw Edge towards doing strictly automotive and paint, bodywork, anything to do with automotive. And I want to do my metal shaping classes in here. And we got some big stuff coming up. So I'll just say that. And then I want to do anything to do with the camping, hiking, outdoors, anything like that, survival on mine and Louis Lee's channel. And that's going to be Concrete and Campfire, which it's going to be fun. We got some really cool stuff coming up. Like, I think you guys will like it, you know.
When are you starting your classes?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of waiting on Heidi on this one. And she says she's waiting on me.
I am waiting on him. He needs a curriculum. I can't sell anything if I don't know what I'm selling.
He's gonna want the first text message to book a spot.
I'm waiting on both of you so I can go to class.
All I need is him to be like, we're gonna do this, and this, and then
I'm gonna hold you to that, bro.
Pricing, I can figure out the whole thing.
And what I'll do,
guy needs to give me that.
What I'll do is I'll get some people that want to do it really bad, and like you and a couple other good friends, like Bill Cameron, maybe some other guys, and I'll get them booked. And what I'll do is, because they will be some of my first class members or whatever you want to call them, I'll get them to come here and do the class, and then I'll charge Chad like 3 times as much. But I'll make sure and get you guys here first and say, hey, I'll give you a good. He what?
Chad's already had your welding class.
Oh,
in his garage.
Yeah, that was fun. But then we're going to be doing some metal shaping and stuff, and that's what I'm actually setting my shop at. I want a spot. I told Heidi the other day, I want to set up a spot strictly for all my metal shaping tools, so that we could do. I want to teach in my metal shaping class. I want to teach English wheel, planishing hammer, body hammer, and dollies. I would do the beater bag, the shrinking stump, shrinker stretcher, and post dollies and all that.
Types of hammers to use for which applications, none of which are pounding nails.
And then I want to have each not customer, but each one of my guys or women, you know, whatever, to take they're going to build a project. They're not just going to go home with an empty hand. Like, you know, I'm going to be like, hey, here's our class. And then, you know, whatever, we're going to send them home with shirts, hats, merch,
all that.
Yeah. Something really cool. One of the other things I want to do too is I want to, because I've never seen anybody do this before. And on the newer cars, the metal is so thin and so, I don't know how you say it. Like
a pop can.
Yeah. It's really easy to bend. And I mean, you can lean on the new cars and bend them up. And I want to show them how you take one of those fenders off of a car, smash it with a hammer, and then fix it. quickly in my class, and I'd like to show them how to do that.
And I want them to be able to build something, whether it's a bowl or maybe a little ashtray, like a
Yeah,
flowers
something. I
box.
want them to build something so that they can make it with their own 2 hands and
Yeah.
make it out of metal.
And they have something.
And
to
then
show
we'll
for
have
it.
what were we saying with the intermediate and pro
Oh yeah,
class?
so there'll be like beginner, intermediate, and then like advanced or pro class, and then they can come in and they can have a project in their own mind that they want to do, so that they can come in, utilize his knowledge and his tools to build something they want to build, as well as like we have a lot of requests for welding classes. We have a lot of requests body shop classes. Yeah. And the body shop class I might want to wait on for a minute. I'm not excited about that. I think it's a handful. It's a lot of overhead to have all the supplies, and then and
that's something that when people are wasting it, stuff gets real expensive real fast.
It really truly does. If we could bring the simulator from Big Ideas here, that would be amazing. That would be huge. But like with the welding classes, and there was other ones that you wanted to teach that were offshoot ones that were a little bit so that people could dive a little deeper into
where I could teach MIG, TIG, and different styles. Get out of here, mouse.
Oh, really?
He just ran this way. It's not Skillet. No, it's not Skillet. I got a mouse in my cabin. I named him Skillet because he was in this old cast iron pan. So I named him Skillet. He cruises around just looking at us.
So when I was at all I saw was mouse traps everywhere.
Well,
I know. And I was like, I can't be killing Skillet.
We could sign up for the advanced pro class and take the 71 there.
There you go. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody wanted to do that,
work your way up to it.
And I'm not trying to be chauvinist by saying this, Morgan, but I want to have women in my class also. So I want to organize a women only class because there's not a lot of women in these trades, doing welding and fabrication. So it's awesome what you do. It's amazing. So, and I like it when Heidi's in the class. I don't know if you guys ever watched that video with her trying to flip her hood up. That should have went viral.
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
And that was not scripted.
I have
legit trying to like, come on.
I was really like, oh my god!
I was cracking up. I was like, "Get it, girl!"
The bonus, I'm pretty much me, no matter what. Who dat? Anyways, but that's just who I am. I'm a little bit ridiculous. But the thing with doing like a women's class, it would be helpful too, because a lot of the women that we know want to learn welding for art.
Yes.
They want to do structural welding, so he can teach them in the manner that they want to know. They're not necessarily going to want to weld a frame. They want to build something cool. Same thing with plasma cutting classes. We talked about that too. I guess that was probably what I was thinking of.
One thing
when we're talking about classes like a plasma cutter, you think, well, there's only so much you can do with a plasma cutter class. No, if you don't know how to run the damn machine, you don't know how to cut with the machine. So that's where, like, doing this table that you guys have, I keep pushing you guys on that. I know, and I'm ragging you about it, but I'm telling you, once you get that machine going and you learn that machine, the money you make with that is going to be insane. You're going to be like, damn, why didn't I do this a lot longer?
Right.
Do you need some knife blanks for your new channel?
Oh.
Does David he has Facebook, but he doesn't show much on there, does he?
No, he doesn't show
of what he's done. I wish he would show more, but because you could see like he makes these flags and then he powder coats them. So he puts them together, which I find is, kind of pretty cool that he can do both.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that kind of leads off into a whole nother thing is like in doing the powder coating. If you start doing the table where you're making things, you can powder coat stuff for people too. And there's big money in that stuff, man. I mean, you can pump out some money.
Yeah. I've been telling him about that. I told him the next step that we're getting into after CNC is going to be powder coating. So, but to go back to the classes topic. So the ladies and we have a really awesome, like our neighborhood is pretty much like one of those 80s, 90s neighborhoods where everyone is friends, kids play in the street type thing. We have ladies nights and everyone hosts different craft nights. And so mine is, we are doing CNC plasma Halloween decorations with the plasma cutters.
Sweet.
So and then for Valentine's Day is the next time I get to host, and we're going to make roses. So that's, one of the fun things. And it's kind of like a paint and sip, but no alcohol is allowed while we're actually doing the work. And then after, when we're all eating, that's going to be different. But
so Have you seen the propane tank or like the old, like if you get like a helium tank, those balloons, helium things when they make them into pumpkins?
Yes.
And I don't even like kitschy crap. I'm barely able to handle craft.
Have you seen Heidi's got some friends? Ray Ripple is one of them. Have you seen the work she does?
Oh my gosh, I love her. That is my idol. I saw her videos at FabTech. Like my whole goal. If you ever get to see her in person, please FaceTime me. Like I just want to tell her how much of a lady crush I have. I love her so much.
And have you watched Brianna Hun?
I have not seen her yet. No.
So that's one of our teachers on our.
Well, yeah, she was like,
she was one of our teachers on when we first started Big Ideas.
Yeah, she got us in.
Really?
Yeah. She called me and she was moving to Texas at the time and was like, we just started this thing and now we need teachers and I'm leaving. And I'm just like, okay.
But because of her is how we got started in Big Ideas, you know.
So she had
awesome.
You would call us, and so then we started doing it. We were some of the first group that was trained in, and we've been doing it ever since. So.
Oh
and
my god,
amazing stuff! Like
she's epic. She's got a school now, right?
Yeah, I think so. And her and Ray Ripple both worked for Jesse James for a while, so that was pretty cool.
Yep.
I didn't remember Ray doing.
Yeah, she was doing some stuff for you.
But yeah, they were on Monster Garage and.
Yep, I remember watching all of that. Yeah, I've had a lady crush on Ray for a while now.
What about Welder Barbie?
Yes,
I love Welder Barbie. I do watch her, awesome. And then, oh gosh, who was the other one? I'm drawing a blank right now.
There's a chick out of Texas. I think she's in her Weld her.
She's younger.
Yeah, early 20s.
Not into arts and crafts, but she's amazing. She's a welder that's out there.
She does industrial welding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like following her too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like the stuff, the artwork, like cars are art, motorcycles are art, but when you get into this other stuff, like you wouldn't believe the money. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying we do this as a living, but the money we have made on making some artsy stuff. Welding and fabrication and with CNC table and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember when I built that bench with the big gears and all that kind of stuff, you know, I had a video on it on my channel and stuff. And we've made lamps, a whole bunch of antiques and stuff. The money we've made on that stuff is insane. It's just crazy. You know, a while back we had a lady buy a lamp from us for big money. And then all of a sudden she's like, hey, I want to buy that bench too. She saw the bench and fell in love with it. And I had D9 Caterpillar gears for the tracks, these big, huge gears. This thing weighed like 1,000 pounds. It was nuts. And it was this big bench. And we put it in my sister's store and it sat in there for a while. And then her husband was like, hey, I want to buy that for her because she really liked it, you know? So I guess she put it in her hair studio or whatever it was. But I was like, well, here's the deal. We'll sell it to you, but you got to help us get it out of there.
For real.
Like 8 dudes, and I was like stressing that day. I'm like, oh, I don't want to move this thing. He brought a team of guys there, and they just picked it up, walked over, and put it in the trailer, and the trailer was like,
right.
That's how you end up with a third ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Not careful. I know anytime we go anywhere to truck shows or we're out of town, I'm looking at all the old tailgates to turn them into benches. And that's one of the things he's like, wait, what are you going to do with it? Where are we going to store it before you get it done? And so he has to talk me off the ledge a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, even though our shop is absolutely ridiculously massive,
yes,
and we got tons of room.
So, you get both of us in here, and we're doing like the trying to get by each other.
It doesn't matter how big your shop is; you're going to fill it up. I don't care how big it is.
Yeah, I was laughing. We've been watching some of our older videos and how bare it was. And now it's just like we are completely stacked. And so there's not a whole lot of room.
Oh,
we're going up now.
Yeah, we're going up. So I bought this tool holder rack shelf. I don't know. Anyway, I got it on Amazon. It was like $60. It's got
Matt. It's not husband bashing. Never. We're too busy having fun.
It's got three shelves on it, and then it's got racks underneath that you can hang your power tools from, like your DeWalt's or Milwaukee's or whatever. Anyway, it was $60, and it really cleaned up the whole top tray of my toolbox. But I started building these little brackets that you can hang your flap discs and cutoff discs on.
Yep.
And I cut them out of 14 gauge sheet metal and then just bend them up in the vise and drill a couple of screw holes in it so you can mount it to your wall. But right now I'm just doing it by hand. I had a guy in Mississippi make me a wood template because I was doing it by hand, but it's so time consuming to actually try and stay straight as opposed to running the plasma cutter inside a guide. So I had him build me a wood template, and I think I cut out a dozen of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to bend them up. They're all drilled and all that sort of stuff now, but I got them. Let me see real quick. Let me see if I can find one.
The fixture table box back
Hey,
there.
you know, if you got your plasma table going, it'd be faster.
Right? No, it's completely up. I just don't have the other welder on it yet.
The plasma cutter, you mean?
Or yeah, I guess the plasma cutter, the other welder.
So I don't know
The one.
how well this shows up, but basically, this is what it looks like. And then I bend it right here. Oh, here's a smaller one.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I bought this one from a company out of Detroit. And then I made these. But the biggest difference between the two is, well, we can all see. But I can put 10 of these on this. And then I think there's 30 cutoff wheels. Damn flies.
I know.
30 cutoff wheels hanging on one this size also. And so it emptied out an entire drawer in my toolbox. And so I got, like I said, I don't know, probably a dozen of them cut out. I just got to put them in the vise and bend, make it look like that.
Yeah, that's pretty trick, actually.
So it's just time consuming. If I had a guy that knew how to set up a CNC table, it'd probably be a lot easier.
Right? I can't wait to get it set up because stuff like that, you'll put it in the computer and punch it in and cut it out, and you'll be like, check this out.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to start making it for people,
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, this plasma table, this is how ridiculous it's a whole episode by itself. I bought it last year on Thanksgiving Day because I ended up saving was it $2,000? $2,000 between the price and I got free shipping with it from Langmeyer. And then I realized that the air compressor I have isn't big enough to run that plasma cutter.
And then we bought a dud.
So then we bought a dud, also known as a DeWalt.
Tractor Supply pulled through.
Yeah. So it was several months of dealing with DeWalt. And this is, I hate bashing companies, but whoever we dealt with at DeWalt over this air compressor, their customer service is grade A garbage. They told Morgan they wanted her to pop the build plate, the stamp build plate, and send it to a PO box
With no tracking.
with no tracking, nobody to sign for it, nothing. And I was like,
you know what would have happened there?
yeah.
Oh, we lost it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, you tell that lady there's no effing way we're sending them that. We'll send them the whole compressor and they can ship a working one back.
Yeah.
So anyway, this was a whole big production. The lady that was actually coming through and trying to get everything sorted got fired, probably because she was doing her job right. And then so
It was a whole thing in the Tractor Supply.
Yeah,
The
it was-
manager said, forget that.
Tractor Supply's manager was like, I'm going to pull one off the floor and set it in the back for you guys. Just bring the broken one in and we'll just swap it straight across.
Sweet.
Yeah. So big shout out to Tractor Supply. They really came through. And so anyway, the compressor works great now, but there was that. Then there was the whole figuring out where we're going to put the damn thing in this massive space we got. And now what's the issue?
Me.
Yeah, Morgan's the issue.
I just have to put the plasma cutter up.
No, there was a lot of things, a lot of big roadblocks with this machine, and realistically, it should have been operational in January. But it's just been one problem after another, and we don't even know how the table works.
Right.
The frame is
That's why once you guys get going on it though, man, I'm excited to send you some files and everything else, you know.
No, we're excited for that too. I mean, shit, if you need blanks for knives for your new channel.
Actually, I want to cut out some pieces. Let me grab those real quick.
Okay.
Love you, Chad. I'm right behind the laptop. I'm just right out of frame. Honest Peyton Speed Shop's #1 fan.
Hey, Matt, I just read your comment about making a multiple hanger. I actually haven't thought of that idea, but it makes perfect sense. I mounted 2 on the wall last night, and they're in line with each other, but that's a good idea. I think I'm going to play around with that idea.
Hey, so
Chad's got to go to the bathroom, but he loves you.
Okay.
so I know this looks stupid, but you got big, small, and then smaller. There'd be 3 of these, and I want to start cutting some pieces out. And I have a whole bunch of different sizes that I'm going to be doing these in, and these are going to get stacked. I was trying to show Bill Cameron this earlier. You can't really see it, but anyways,
Put it closer to your shirt.
These will get stacked and then welded together.
Oh, nice.
So that these will be the Art Deco style body lines in my car behind me on the headlights and stuff.
Nice.
Nice.
So it'll be like what would you consider that? Like just a design in the metal, you know, or ornamentation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I got some ideas on that, and I want to like cut out some paper patterns or whatever and send them to you, so we can go back and forth and build some of those pieces like that. So then I would have them cut out in like 1/8 inch steel, and then I'd bend them around like the headlights, around the fenders, around whatever. And then when we do the bodywork and stuff, the whole car would get bodyworked, and those pieces would show in the paint. So it'd be like almost 3D effect, you know? So that would be like that Art Deco style, like the old cars would have had back in the day, you know?
Art Deco is my jam. I'm in.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
When you first showed those templates, I thought they were like cutouts for a mankini.
I'll tell you what, there's big, smaller, and then there's smallest. Mine would be the smallest, bro. It wouldn't take much to hide it, you know what I mean?
Hey, if you wanna plus size it, go to a farm and ranch store and get you some boot socks. Don't choke.
Out the nose.
Oh man.
No, we should, in all reality, the way this table's going, we should have it operational by the time I'm 50.
How old are you right now? Yeah, 25. I just said
41.
Decorations off of it.
No, we should have it up and going between this weekend and next month.
What
I'm
brand?
gonna hold you to it.
What kind?
Oh, it's just green antifreeze.
Just green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just your basic stuff, not the Asian juice.
I run Asian juice.
She calls so she's got a Honda Element, and she calls the coolant Asian juice. Well, because the bottle literally says Asian coolant.
Yep.
So, speaking of her car, so
talking about my rock lights.
yeah, so
Speaking of her headlights.
I'm putting rock lights on it. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, so the bulbs we put in her car the other day, they're from an outfit called Rim Thin, and dude, they're like $18, and then they have like a 10% off coupon for that too.
Yeah, and they're amazing.
And they're LED, and dude, her factory halogen bulbs, you might as well not even turn the lights on. That's how much they sucked. But we put these in, and it's like the headlights in my Super Duty. Like I get flashed in my Super Duty all the time because you can like X-ray the hairs on a raccoon's ass. So now but she still has a habit of driving with her high beams on because her halogens suck so bad. Even her high beams were dim, and now she's driving around with these LEDs that's like stadium lighting with her high beams on.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about those.
Yeah,
they're great.
Yeah, so we did a review video on our channel.
Were those sent to you guys?
Yeah, they were sent to us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we did a 30-minute video.
Yeah, no, not even.
No,
maybe like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe a 5 or 10-minute video.
Fit my attention span.
So yeah,
5 minutes.
She has the attention span of a goldfish, so it's that long of a video. But I don't know. Are you familiar with a company called Mick Tuning?
No.
So I first heard of them, I don't know, 15 years ago. They do a lot of off-road stuff, like lighting and rocker panels, like switch panels. Anyway, they reached out, and I still haven't done anything. I haven't had time with all the stuff that's going on. But anyway, they sent us a complete rock light kit, and they were like, hey, do you want to put this on the GMC? And I'm like, no, but we have another vehicle that they would go great on. And they're like, okay. So I pulled it out of the box. It's literally the plug and play. The only wiring you do is put the little eyelet on your battery terminal, and that's it. Nice. Like all the lights have weather pack connectors, and it's got a whole harness, and it has instructions that shows you how to route it all the way around the car. And it comes with 2 rock lights per wheel well, and they're RGB lights, so you can change the colors and stuff. So we're going to put those on our Honda Element,
which is awesome.
So, and I don't know if you guys ever paid attention to Honda Elements, because I sure as hell didn't until she got hers.
I took him to his very first Honda Element meet. How is that different versus a regular muscle car show?
Okay, so we've all been to hot rod car shows, and we're familiar with the culture. I went to this Honda Element meet that they have up here in Seattle once a year.
It was our second year this year.
It was their second year of doing this meet. It is like night and day difference between hot rod muscle car car show culture and this. Like, these folks are great. They're all hippies.
We like to have fun.
Yeah, but like they have so much stuff for these cars. You know, like the old Thunderbirds that had the swivel seats in them?
Yeah.
They make swivel seats for these cars. They got pop-up like rooftop tents. They got
the Element.
Yeah.
And even if you do not do, and they even have some that are completely cut up in Mad Max off-road style. There are people that off-road these things. It is hilarious. I had no idea that the Toaster had such a cult following at all. The one that we have was actually in my family since it was new in 2004.
I don't even know what a Honda Element is, to be honest.
Dude, it's look it up. It is it's a unique little bird itself.
It literally looks like a toaster on wheels.
She's looking one up right now. So
yeah, I have an 2004, and
that's the one where the hamsters are driving in the commercial,
like that.
Kia Soul, same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And these people put money into those?
People do them. Yes.
What the hell?
It is hilarious.
That's nuts.
And even if you do not do any modifications, everyone is still like, hey, very nice, clean car. And they're just super.
Hey, does Brandon's fat ass fit that thing?
He drove me this year because the neighborhood ladies and I had a night the night before. So yes, he does. And he's way tall.
Listen, I'm going to be totally honest with you about the room in that car.
There's not much.
The back seat of my Super Duty has more room than the front seat or the entire car.
It's tight.
Now look, I'm 6'5". In the back seat of my Ford, I can sit there with the front seats pushed as far back as they'll go, and I have tons of room.
Did
I
you say
sit
you're, did you say you're 6 foot fugly?
They do stack shit that tall. But yeah, I know it's going to be different for you having to look up to me. I get it. That's the same reason I do heavy haul, because bull haulers need someone to look up to.
Hey, that job you got though, man, that's a cool job. I'll tell you what.
So Matt, definitely check out like any Facebook groups in your area for the Scion toaster car. I would imagine that there is. I had no idea that the Element thing was a thing. And this is our second year, and I'm one of the ambassadors for it. And it is absolutely crazy. I had no idea.
Toaster car, that cracks me up.
Seriously, they're known as toasters.
Yeah. But yeah, it just blew my mind. They even have lift kits for them.
They do. I want to find one on a rebuilt title and chop it up, and it's going to be like Mad Max, like glitter girly themed mix. Like we want to shoot guns, but we want to be like glittery.
So she's so in love with Ray Ripple that she wants to actually plasma cut.
I do.
A toaster.
I do. Oh gosh, that's my girl crush, y'all.
Heidi just said there's not enough metal in that car to plasma cut.
There's not, but whatever little metal is in there, I'm in.
The nice thing about doing body repair on that is you just get one of those little weird potato smasher things they weld plastic together with.
Just pour hot water over it, it'll pop out.
So what's the next step for the car behind you?
I'm doing the mock-up right now on the fenders, and I want to get the rear fenders welded up to the body, and then I'll start doing the front fenders. We're going to be building those next. I got the motor and transmission in it today, the mock-up motor, and then we got to build the front motor mounts and get the exhaust built and stuff like that. And then the whole car has to be blown apart so we can weld up the whole frame and get the 4-link put on the rear. And pretty much the whole body's going to have to be just flipped upside down and braced all over the place, you know?
Right.
Everything's really just mocked up right now. So
what are you running for a motor?
It's got a small box Chevy in it with a just a 350 turbo, but I want to run either an LS or I'll run a small box Chevy with like 383 stroker motor, because this car doesn't weigh nothing. You can pick it up.
Right.
So it's not going to take a lot to make this car haul ass. And I don't want a hot rod. I just want something to cruise, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll probably just buy like a crate motor or get something sponsored to us, and then get like a 700 R4 transmission. And then just so it's a cruiser. I want it to be real clean, just nice cruiser car, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I want to do LS in the square body. I don't really need a whole lot of horsepower, but I just want modern drivability and fuel economy, because it's a cruiser. You know, just go to car shows, take it to work once in a while, or do date nights and things like that.
And I like how the small box Chevys, they're so like low profile that, you know, you can put a low hood and everything on this car, because it's pretty radical. This car's only like from the ground to the top of the cowl, I think, is only like 30 inches when it's sitting down on the airbags.
Oh, okay.
So it's real radical. Like, I mean, it's when I stand next to it, the car's not even up to my knee, you know?
Right.
It's pretty low. When it's sitting down on, like when it's where it is right now, it's sitting all the way down on the airbags, you know?
Yeah. So do you get in it or put it on?
Pretty much both. Just get in it and put it on.
You should, I'm telling you, bro, you need to put a Haynes logo on there.
One leg at a time.
I've been wanting to get one of my cars done, and I was telling Heidi, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not messing around no more. I keep letting customer stuff get in our way, And if I just start working on them a little bit every night, and then on the weekends, you know, I'll get something finished on one of these damn cars, this one a Rogue, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit every day. One nut, one bolt, one tack, you know,
Yeah.
one wrench you threw across the yard and got to go find. It all happens.
And my son's getting excited about it. So he's been, you know, saying, hey, let's get on it. Let's get this thing done. You know, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to,
This one was the first one for that TV show we were doing.
right.
It was supposed to be this car. And then the guy was kind of a jerk about it and says, no, you guys already started on this. I'm like, I got like 3 days into this car. And then he says, no, you're gonna have to build something else. So we're like, well, we'll build Rogue for that show. So we start building Rogue, and then he lets these guys in that are months into their cars, into their builds. And I'm like, well, that's not fair, you know?
Yeah.
And I called him out on it. I called him out on it right on the podcast and the show and stuff. And he got all pissed off. I'm like, well, you know what? And he's like, oh, you're lying. I never said that. I'm like, the hell you didn't.
Then why am I not there?
So I could have had this car done a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we were starting to build Rogue, and all that crap happened, and filming and doing everything. And then we were going to go to SEMA. And then when COVID hit, SEMA got canceled, or that show got canceled. Everything got canceled. I was like, well, piss on everything, man. And for a while, I was kind of really bummed about it. And I kind of took a break away from it. You know, it's like, well, give it a year, give it 2 years, whatever. And then now I'm like a little kid again. I'm just jazzed. I want to get this car done, you know. I'm excited about it. And I always tell Heidi, I'm like, strike when the iron's hot. So if you're excited to work on a project, you get your ass out there and work on it. Don't let nothing stop you, you know, because if you do, it's one thing after another, and then pretty soon the car gets pushed in the back, and then it's one of those cars you see with the weeds growing through it, and that's it, you know?
Yeah, it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just said, I'm just going to make it happen. I don't care if I got to stay out here every damn night, late at night, whatever. I don't care.
That's same for me too with both of these trucks. I mean, realistically, the money I spent on the square body, I should have put it into the 71, but
I really enjoy Pecos though.
But the 71 is in so much better shape. It literally just needs floor pans and the inside of the bottom of the passenger door, like the part that faces straight down, that like wide strip. It's got rot in that, but I think that's going to be pretty easy with just some sheet metal. I don't have to buy a new bottom for it.
Hey, when you get in there, I'll give you a little heads up. Have you ever used, and it sounds funny, I don't know why they call it this stuff, navel jelly? Have you ever used that for rust?
No.
Check it out. It's like Eastwood sells it, and a bunch of different companies sell it. And when you get in there, you pour that stuff in there, and it'll eat up all that rust. Like, you know, you can't stop rust, but it'll make it where it's virtually gone. And then you wash it out, which is kind of like going backwards, but you wash it out with water, and then you blow it out real good, dry it, and then you put on like weld through primer.
Can you hand me that Eastwood bottle hanging up over there?
The converter?
Yeah. I haven't heard of that, but I'll look up the belly button jelly and see about it. I actually use this stuff. Eastwood's rust converter.
Yeah. Yep.
It goes on like it goes on like snot, then it dries black.
Yeah, that's the same stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Eastwood just rebranded that. All that is navel. They call it. It used to be called navel jelly back in the day.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
I don't know why it was called that, but that's the same exact crap.
Yeah. So yeah, I do use that.
Okay.
I sprayed that on the floors in there to keep it from getting any worse until I can get to it.
Yeah, that stuff works awesome, man. And then if you put an etch primer over that, it'll etch into it, and then you put your other primer over the top of that. I mean, it'll seal it, you know, where you won't, like I said, you'll never stop the rust, but at least it'll slow it way, way down, you know. Whiskey Dance. What's up? What was that?
But you got a ghost in the shop?
The boogeyman. Oh man, this place is so haunted, bro.
We've got a couple ghosts.
I'm not even joking.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, this place is crazy haunted. It's funny. We were in here one time with this kid that was Caleb that was working with us, and we were eating lunch, and he didn't believe us. And I was like, no, this place is haunted like crazy. I'm not even joking. And right next to me, to my left right here, all my levels started shaking back and forth. And he's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, I grew up in a house that was haunted, and it doesn't bother me at all. I usually am like, I don't know. I'm indifferent. I'm just a giggle. Is what it is. We all live on different planes and timelines, you know?
My mom's house that she had in Portland, it had two different ghosts, one upstairs and one downstairs, and they never changed floors. But the one downstairs used to like to screw with you while you were sleeping. One night, so it was a finished basement, the same size as the main floor, and it had a party room and a bedroom, a full bath, all that stuff. Anyway, so me and my brothers, when we were teenagers, we all had our beds in this one big ass room, and we're all sleeping, and we're good 8 to 10 feet away from each other. I'm out cold. All of a sudden, I get hit in the stomach, and I don't know what's going on. So I literally woke up and punched both of them in the face. And I was like, which one of you assholes hit me? And they were dead asleep. And they're like, what are you talking about? What the hell, man? Just going off. And I was like, one of you guys is screwing with me, so both of you are going to get your asses kicked. And and like, but then I felt bad because then I realized they were legitimately out cold and something else hit me. And so one of mom's dogs would sit at the very top of the basement steps, and he would never go down, but he would snarl and growl and snap because there was something down there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, isn't that crazy how the animals pick it up?
Yeah. And then I was like, well, shit, man, if this is going to be my bedroom, if they want to get weird, we're getting weird. You know, and then shortly after that, it never happened again. I don't know what the deal with that was, but it was, once we realized it wasn't my brother screwing around, it was kind of freaky.
Yeah, Clark, you know, if you have a dog that goes everywhere with you, like I've got Clark and he has to go everywhere, including the bathroom with me. And now he's blind, but this was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, before he went blind.
Yeah, and the girls have always said that the one portion of their closet, like the upper corner on the right-hand side of their closet, freaks them out. And so I walk into the bathroom with Clark, and he stops at the girl's bedroom door and is snarling and barking. And I open the door a little bit more to look in there and see what the heck. I'm thinking he's saw critter or something, and he will not even go in there. And he always runs right in there with no problem.
Right.
Well, hi, honey. Tell him, just give him a big hug for me, okay? Anyways, so Clark was just absolute nuts. He went nuts, and he is barking and snarling. And he's a little angry fellow, anyways. He's got little man syndrome at our house, and he's about 50 pounds. Everybody else is bigger than him, so he was nuts. And I couldn't figure it out, so I went in there and I like gave the ghost a little talk. Whatever was in there, like, you're evil, whatever, you need to get out of here. If you're good and you're here to protect us, you can stay.
Right.
Clark walked across the threshold.
Really?
Yep.
Stopped barking, stopped growling, has never, ever had an issue going in that room since. It was nuts.
There's a little kid in my office, I'm pretty sure. Like,
one of my favorite little kids is watching this live.
Nice.
Rick, I hope you're doing good, buddy.
So we went on like a date day, and we went up kind of close to the Canadian border here in Washington. And I wanted to check this town out. I'd done work up there, but I'd never done anything there. And it's just a neat old town. And
Brandon left me in the antique store.
yeah, I left her in the antique store by herself. So like this house was built in like 1880 something. And I mean, it's all hand sawn lumber floors, just amazing. It still had like 3/8 gaps in the floorboards, and it didn't matter where you were, the whole house creaked. So it's an antique shop now, except for one room. One room, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you walk through the doorway, this room smells like death.
Mm-hmm. They had a funky smell, but I think whatever spirit was there was more against guys, because I didn't get the same feelings that you did.
Yeah, I don't know. It was gross. But it was the only room that didn't have a bunch. It had antiques in it, but nothing in there was for sale. And it's like the room was staged, and
Pass through it.
yeah, you just pass through it. But there's an old rocking chair sitting in the corner by the window. And I walked in there, and I got this weird feeling like I got chills, you know. And anyway, I just stopped moving, and I stood there for like 3 minutes staring at that rocking chair. I'm like, I'm waiting for this thing to start moving by itself.
Is that up by Linden? That's what Matt wants to do.
Yeah, Cedro Willie, Matt. That's the town we were at. But so then I got creeped out, and Morgan's just like, you know, happy as can be, checking out all the things, and I was like, I'm gonna go outside and take Chip for a dump.
I'm comfortable with it though. I grew up with it.
Yeah, and so I literally left the whole store and took the dog for like a 3-block walk, and we just waited outside for Morgan to come out.
Just left her there.
Yeah,
he did. He was gone.
I was like, well, Chip, I guess we're going to be looking for a new mom.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Ready?
was not interested in
Born
that.
ready.
Oh man, I'm gonna get out of here, brother.
yep,
Yeah.
we are too. They're doing a cruise in town. We're going to go hit that for a few minutes.
Right on.
For dinner.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you guys having us on here.
Thank you guys.
Thank
I
you.
think we're probably going to try and do something like this every Saturday.
Yeah.
So
It'll be fun.
that's the idea anyway.
All right. Well, hopefully all you guys can join us tomorrow on Concrete and Campfire.
We'll be
Lewis, Lee, and I started that new YouTube channel, and we're going to be on there doing our survival, urban, hiking, camping, whatever videos. So we'll see what happens with that mess.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we are for sure coming to your event next year.
Right on.
So
And then is that going to be, do you guys have the pinup ladies there? Is that when Heidi does her pinup stuff?
Not usually, because I'm too busy selling shirts. I don't even usually get to see my own car show.
I wasn't sure. I wanted to be prepared.
We set everything up in here, and but we have done a pinup contest in the past, and only 2 of the girls were able to make it out of the 6 I think we had signed up. And so I basically threw our 2 older daughters, so his daughter Brittany and my daughter Aurora, and I said, go put on some pinup stuff and get your butts back over here now. And and Aurora ended up winning. So, and Brittany I think took 2nd or something. It was not like
Nice.
crazy. But yeah, so we were just, like I said, we were just at Mattawa with the Northern Stellas. That's my pinup group. Go follow them on Facebook. They're super great. And then they've been competing. A bunch of them have been competing all over. In fact, one of our girls competes at Back to the 50s. And the other ones have been going all over the state, just having fun with it. I don't really have the time to do it. I think it would be fun, but I'm better behind the microphone than in, like walking around cute.
I get it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. And
Yeah. Thanks everybody for
Thank
showing up
you.
tonight. I really appreciate it, you guys.
I'm gonna go see when my dogs are barking.
Good night, you guys.
have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
later.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.